Welcome back to new YouTube video, guys. In this video, we'll discuss or we'll see how to add Arista switches in EVNG. So Arista switches can also be added even EVNG like Cisco switches or any other vendor, right? So the first thing first we have to do is we have to download the images of Arista switches. Okay. Then upload the image to EVNG using WinSSP or FileZilla or whatever the operating system you have installed in your laptop. Then execute fixed permission command, log into Cisco, oh sorry, EVNG CLI. Open EVNG in browser and add Arista switches. Okay, then we can start running the Arista switches, and we'll also see the basic CLI commands on switch. What are the basic commands on Catalyst switches we run, right? Likewise, we can run the commands on Arista switches as well. So first of all, how we'll download this image? To download this image, we have a website with the name as Lab Hub. I'll share the link in the description box as well, but here you see that in the add-ons, we'll go to the QEMU, and in QEMU, we'll go to Arista folder, Arista vEOS. So we have a lot of versions here of the images. I've already downloaded an image in my desktop, and the image is VOS 4.23.2.1. So this is the files inside this image. We have two files. I've downloaded this particular image from this LabHub portal, 4.23.2.1. But you can also download the latest one, which is 4.3.1.1f.tzz. So we have to decompress the images. Once you download this image, power on your EVNG as I've done it already, then open the WinSSP. So in the WinSSP, you have to log into your EVNG. In the WinSSP, you have to log into your EVNG. On this, the right hand side, you see my EVNG folders. So first of all, you will land on this page. So you can go to the unit lab. Inside the unit lab, you'll go to add-ons. In the add-ons, we'll go to QEMU. Here we'll copy the file. These two files, but you have to copy it with the folder name. So just drag and get drop this side. So it will take some time, a few seconds. Let's wait. Okay, so the folder is copied successfully to EVNG now. Okay, let's go to the putty. So what you have to do, guys, let me do it from start here. Open the putty. Inside putty, we'll log into our EVNG 192.168.236.129 root EVE. So you can verify that folder. You can go to that folder first. CD, OPT, unit lab, add-ons, QEMU. Here again, you can say LS. So you see this is the folder we have, right? So inside this folder, if you log in, you can say CD. Yes. And you see that these two files are copied here, cd-rom.iso sda.qcow, right? You can run the fixed permission command here now. Fixed permission. OPT unit lab wrapper, CNL wrapper, and dash fixed permissions. Don't need to remember this whole command. You can just go to the browser. You can say fixed permission evng command, and you'll get this command here. Just do copy and paste. Once you execute this command on evng, in this folder, you can go back. Okay, and now let's go to evng and add the new switch. Let's delete this one. Note, we'll start seeing Arista switches here, vEOS. So right now I have just one operating system inside this 4.23.2.1. Then guys, please don't add the switch directly here. So if you add it by default like this, Arista vEOS, you notice that RAM 2048 by default Ethernet interface is 9, CPU is 1, but we have some special requirements here, like at least two CPU cores and 6144 GB of RAM. So please make sure that you change these properties. CPU 2, RAM 6144. By default, we have 9 interfaces. You can also say 4. I just need 4 interfaces. You can reduce or increase the number of interfaces as well. Start. So once we'll start this Arista switch, you notice that it's booting up. So it will take a few minutes for the first time. The command line is almost similar to Cisco switches. Once you get the CLI access, we'll see. Okay. And then we have default username. Username is admin. Password is means nothing. You just have to type. Okay. So by default, password is username is admin and password is nothing. You just say enter once you put this username admin. Username admin, password, nothing. Okay, it will take some time. Let's pause the video. As we can see, it's booting up now, starting, and it will take some time. It will take some time to give us the CLI access. So let's see, okay, starting EOS initialization state, completing EOS initialization, press escape to skip. No, we don't want to skip it. All right, it's booting up now. Then we have Arista switches, not events, but Arista switches document. Okay, we have 4.3, 4.2F user manual. This is a complete book from this official website. Booting the switch, bootloader configuration file, system reset, and all. Then we see initial configuration and recovery. Initial configuration and recovery. Initial switch access, like how to access this Arista switch. So we have zero touch provisioning or manual provisioning. Zero touch provisioning means that you will be using a remote server to get the file downloaded, and the configuration file will be downloaded from a remote server, and then you can boot it with those files. Or manual provisioning is you use the console port for serial access to the switch, then you make the initial configuration. So on our Arista switches, we also have a dedicated console port. We have a management port as well as USB port alongside with the data ports. So when we open a console access, you know that we have to set the baud rate. So by default, the supported baud rate is 9600, 8 data bits, no parity bits, stop bit, and all. By default, username is admin without an unassigned password. So you can only log into the switch through the console port using the admin username without a password. After assigning a password to the admin username, log into the switch through any port. So as you remember that by default, there's no password. We have discussed it, right? But later on, you can set a new password for that username. Let's say they have set a password here, PXQ123. Ethernet management port. On the management port, we can configure an IP address. And once we configure the IP address, we can access the switch from a remote location also using Telnet or SSH protocols. Let's see the status of the switch now. Okay, localhost login. So I can say admin And you notice that it's not asking for any password. It's not asking for any password. I can say enable, configure terminal, and then we can say host name. Host name, Arista switch one, let's say. So we have changed the host name, right? Then you can say show IP interface brief. So you notice that it's showing us the IP address, but the output is a bit different as compared to Cisco switches. In Cisco switches, it does not show us the empty on this side. It just show the IP address, status, and protocol. But here in the Arista switches, you notice that the empty size is also visible. If I want to see the running configuration, I can say show running config. This is the default running configuration of our switch. We set host name, right? Commit. Okay, no active session at this moment. First, we have to disable this zero touch provisioning, but that's how we can make the configuration. And you notice that the CLI is almost similar to our Cisco switches. If you say show interface status, so you can show the status also, right? Copy running to startup configuration. In order to save the configuration to running to startup, we can use this command, which is similar to the Cisco switches. Can't copy to startup when zero touch provisioning is enabled. But here you notice that zero touch provisioning is enabled. So cancel zero touch provisioning, localhost login, admin, and you notice that it's going on. So you can say zero touch cancel. Let's go back and say here zero touch cancel. So that's how we can stop the zero touch provisioning configuration here by default. It will take some time to cancel this process. All right. So that's how we can install Arista switches in our eVenG. In the next video, because I'm creating a full playlist of this Arista switches. In the next one, we'll see how to make the initial configuration, how to disable the zero touch provisioning, how to configure host name, username, password, console access, and everything. So please do one thing, subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as like this video. All right. And I'll see you in the next video, guys. Thank you for watching.